Now that we've covered the 5 best foods for better sleep, let's talk about the other side, the foods that might be ruining your rest without you even realizing it. This is especially important for people over 50 because our bodies become more sensitive to certain ingredients as we age. Some foods that seemed harmless in our 30s can start to interfere with sleep in subtle but serious ways. Let's start with a big one, caffeine. Most people know that coffee can keep you awake, but they often underestimate how long caffeine stays in the body. For someone over 50, it can take twice as long to clear caffeine from the system compared to someone younger. That means your morning cup of coffee might still be affecting your brain by bedtime. And it's not just coffee. Black tea, green tea, soda, and even dark chocolate all contain caffeine. Some people are especially sensitive, and even a small amount can lead to shallow sleep or waking up in the middle of the night. If you're struggling with sleep, try cutting out caffeine completely after noon. Give your body at least 10 hours to reset before bedtime. The second food group to watch out for is spicy food. Chili peppers, hot sauces, and heavy spices may taste exciting, but they stimulate the digestive system, increase body temperature, and can even cause acid reflux. All of that makes it harder to relax and fall asleep. For people over 50 who already have slower digestion, spicy meals at night are a recipe for restlessness. If you enjoy spicy food, try to eat it at lunch instead of dinner. That way, your body has more time to process it before bedtime. Third on the list is alcohol. This one surprises a lot of people because alcohol can make you feel sleepy at first. And yes, it does help some people fall asleep faster, but that's only half the story. As the alcohol wears off during the night, it disrupts the second half of your sleep cycle. You might wake up at 2 or 3 a.m. feeling dehydrated, anxious, or wide awake for no reason. Alcohol also blocks REM sleep, the deep, restorative phase your brain needs to stay sharp. As we age, our tolerance for alcohol decreases and its effects become more disruptive. Even one glass of wine at dinner can interfere with sleep for someone in their 60s. If you enjoy alcohol, try to keep it occasional and avoid drinking within 3 hours of bedtime. Next, let's talk about sugar. Processed sugar, especially in desserts and sweet snacks, causes rapid spikes and crashes in blood sugar. That might give you a temporary burst of energy, but it also increases cortisol, the stress hormone. High cortisol at night keeps your brain alert and makes it harder to fall asleep. And when blood sugar crashes later in the night, it can wake you up suddenly, often with a racing heart or a feeling of anxiety. After 50, our bodies are less efficient at balancing blood sugar, especially overnight. If you're eating cookies, cake, or sweetened yogurt in the evening, you may be setting yourself up for a restless night. Try swapping those sweets for something like a banana with almond butter, which gives you natural sugars paired with healthy fat and magnesium. The fifth sleep disruptor is processed meats, like bacon, sausage, ham, or deli meats. These are high in saturated fat, salt, and often contain additives like nitrates. Fat takes longer to digest, which can leave your stomach working overtime while the rest of your body is trying to wind down. The salt content can also cause dehydration and nighttime thirst, leading to sleep interruptions. And nitrates have been linked to increased brain stimulation, which is exactly what you don't want before bed. If you regularly eat these kinds of meats at dinner, try replacing them with leaner proteins like fish, eggs, or plant-based options. Your digestion will thank you, and so will your sleep. Let's review the 5 foods we just covered: caffeine, spicy foods, alcohol, sugar, and processed meats. These don't just affect your ability to fall asleep, they affect the depth and quality of your rest. And the effects are stronger after 50 because our systems aren't as quick to recover. What used to be no problem years ago might now be the reason you're staring at the ceiling at 3 a.m. In many cases, people are eating both the right and wrong foods in the same day, kiwi and oat milk after dinner, but also chocolate cake and red wine. One helps, the other undoes it. That's why identifying your personal sleep disruptors is just as important as adding sleep-friendly foods. It's not just about what helps, it's also about what harms. In the next segment, we'll go even deeper into how these foods affect your brain and body at night and how to replace them with better alternatives. A few simple swaps can make all the difference. Let's take a closer look at how each of these five foods affects the body, especially after age 50. Starting with caffeine. When you consume caffeine, it blocks the action of a brain chemical called adenosine. Adenosine is responsible for making you feel sleepy as the day goes on. By blocking it, caffeine tricks your brain into feeling alert. That's why coffee helps you stay awake. But the problem is, caffeine doesn't just disappear. In older adults, the half-life of caffeine, the time it takes to remove half of it from the body, can stretch to 6 or even 8 hours. That means a cup of coffee at 2 p.m. might still be affecting your brain at 10 p.m. If you struggle with falling asleep or waking up too early, cutting caffeine after noon is one of the simplest and most effective changes you can make. Now, spicy foods. These increase core body temperature, and your body needs to cool down in order to fall asleep. Spicy meals can also irritate the stomach lining, cause an indigestion, or lead to acid reflux, especially when eaten close to bedtime. That burning sensation in your chest or throat is not just uncomfortable, it activates your nervous system and makes it hard to relax. People with GERD or reflux should be especially cautious about eating spicy food at night. If you love heat, try using mild herbs during dinner and save the hotter dishes for lunch. Alcohol is next. It's true that alcohol can make you feel sleepy at first. It slows down brain activity, which helps you relax. But that effect is temporary. As the alcohol is metabolized, usually a few hours after drinking, it causes a rebound effect. Your brain becomes more active, your heart rate increases, and your body begins flushing out the alcohol through the liver and kidneys. That's why people who drink in the evening often wake up feeling restless, dehydrated, or wide awake at 3 in the morning. Alcohol also suppresses REM sleep, which is essential for memory and emotional regulation. You may sleep longer but feel more tired the next day. If you enjoy an occasional drink, try to stop at least 3 to 4 hours before going to bed and drink water alongside it to reduce the impact. When it comes to sugar, the problem isn't just sweets. It's also hidden sugars in processed foods like sauces, breads, cereals, and flavored yogurts. These sugars cause blood sugar to spike, followed by a rapid drop. That drop can trigger adrenaline and cortisol, waking you up in the middle of the night with a racing heart. As we age, our insulin response becomes less efficient, so blood sugar becomes harder to control. A good solution is to pair any evening carbohydrate with protein or healthy fat. For example, instead of having sweetened cereal, try a small bowl of unsweetened oatmeal with chopped nuts. This stabilizes blood sugar and supports deeper sleep. Processed meats may not seem like a sleep issue, but they are. First, they're high in sodium, which causes dehydration and increases thirst during the night. That might lead to extra trips to the bathroom. Second, the saturated fats in bacon, sausage, and deli meats slow down digestion and increase inflammation. Third, these meats often contain chemical preservatives like nitrates, which may interfere with neurotransmitters in the brain. For some people, these additives trigger migraines or disrupted sleep. Try replacing processed meats with fresh proteins like eggs, chicken, lentils, or tofu. These are easier on your body and better for your long-term sleep and health. If all of this sounds like a lot to manage, don't worry. You don't have to change everything overnight. Start by identifying just 1 or 2 foods that might be interfering with your rest. Maybe it's the late-night chocolate, the glass of wine with dinner, or the spicy stir-fry at 8 p.m. Replace that one habit with something calmer, maybe a piece of fruit, a warm drink, or a lighter protein. Notice how you feel in the morning. Better sleep doesn't have to be complicated, it just has to be consistent. Think of your evening as a time to prepare your body for recovery. Every food you eat either supports that goal or works against it. So, after 50, small choices make a big impact. The foods we once handled with ease might now be the very things disturbing our nights. So here's the big picture. The right foods like kiwi, tart cherries, walnuts, oat milk, and bananas can help your body produce the hormones it needs for healthy sleep. The wrong ones like caffeine, spicy food, alcohol, sugar, and processed meats can interfere with that process, keeping you in a cycle of poor rest and fatigue. The more you support your body with what it truly needs, the more it will reward you with the kind of rest that helps you think clearly, move comfortably, and enjoy your days fully. The next time you prepare your dinner or reach for a late night snack, pause and ask, will this help me sleep or hurt my sleep? That one question asked every evening could change everything overnight. Start by identifying just one or two foods that might be interfering with your rest. Maybe it's the late night chocolate, the glass of wine with dinner, or the spicy stir fry at 8 p.m. Replace that one habit with something calmer, maybe a piece of fruit, a warm drink, or a lighter protein. Notice how you feel in the morning. Better sleep, it doesn't have to be complicated. It just has to be consistent. Think of your evening as a time to prepare your body for recovery. Every food you eat either supports that goal or works against it. After 50, small choices make a big impact. The foods we once handled with ease might now be the very things disturbing our nights. So here's the big picture. The right foods, like kiwi, tart cherries, walnuts, oat milk, and bananas, can help your body produce the hormones it needs for healthy sleep. The wrong ones, like caffeine, spicy food, alcohol, sugar, and processed meats, can interfere with that process, keeping you in a cycle of poor rest and fatigue. The more you support your body with what it truly needs, the more it will reward you with the kind of rest that helps you think clearly, move comfortably, and enjoy your days fully. The next time you prepare your dinner or reach for a late night snack, pause and ask, will this help me sleep or hurt my sleep? That one question asked every evening could change everything. You have more control than you think, and it starts with your plate. You have more control than you think, and it starts with your plate. So if you've been struggling with restless nights or waking up tired no matter how long you sleep, try making these small changes. Don't wait for perfect conditions. Just start. Your body is ready to respond the moment you begin supporting it. And if this video helped you, consider subscribing for more tips on healthy aging, natural nutrition, and better sleep after 50. Leave a comment below to share what works for you or what you've been struggling with. You're not alone. Together we can age gracefully, sleep peacefully, and live more fully. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.